Okay, so in this video, I'll be doing problems for constructing exponential models. So if you haven't seen the intro, which is the one for interpret and change in time in exponential models, you might want to see the intro of exponential models so that you can get a gist about what they're about. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 4 problems so you can understand. All right. So here we have Alexandra started studying how number of branches on her tree grows over time. Every 1.5 years, the number of branches increases by an additional 2/7 of the total number of branches. The number of branches can be modeled by a function n, which depends on the amount of time in t years. When Alexandra began studying, her tree had 52 branches. So now I'm going to write my function. So the first thing you always want to do is start with your initial amount you had. So initially she had 52 branches. And then what you're going to do is now have that multiplied by your b, which is what is your change to t over something. So here we have is increasing by an addition of 2/7. So what I need to do is add 2/7 to 1. So I'm going to do 1 plus 2/7, and 1 is the same thing as 7 over 7, okay? So any number over itself just gives you 1. So 7 over 7 plus 2/7, that gives me 9/7. So that means that my factor is 9/7. So right here, I should have 1 plus 2/7, which is 9/7, and then I'm gonna raise that to t over, and I always want to raise it to t over whatever my interval is. Here is 1.5 years, so I'll put 1.5. So my final answer will be right here. I'll write 52 times, and in parentheses, I'm gonna put 9/7, 9 over 7. And I'm gonna put this to raise it and put my fraction. I'm gonna raise it to t over 1.5. So you always wanna put the initial amount. So I start with 52 first. And then if it's being added, you wanna add that to 1. That's gonna give you a factor. If it doesn't tell you a factor, it can tell you added to or percent or losing from, and you want to add that to 1, okay? And you want to raise it to t over whatever interval they tell you. So just so it makes more sense, I'll do more examples. So let me finish up 4 examples for you. So here we have Lena is studying her tree, and you start out 48 branches. So here I'm going to put 48, my initial amount. And then I want to multiply that by, I'm going to put my parentheses. It says a factor of 11 points over 6. Once it says factor, I don't need to add 1. I don't need to do anything. Once it says factor, it's already giving me what should go in there. Okay, so factors are easy. It's already told you. I'm gonna erase it, and remember you want to put t over however many is changing, and here it's changing every 3.5 years. So t over 3.5. You can go to your next question. Here we're starting out with 50 friends. Chain letter to 50 friends. So I'm gonna do 50, do my parentheses. And here it tells me an addition of 99%. So what I wanna do now, since it told me that addition of 99%, once it tells you addition, you wanna add that to 1, okay? So I'm gonna do 1 plus 99%. And you want to change, if it gives you percent, you want to change that into a decimal. So 99% is 0.99, okay? So 1 plus 0.99, that's 1.99. So that's what goes in my parentheses, 1.99. And then I'm going to raise that. I'm going to put that, raise it to a fraction. Remember, you always want t over, and my t is changing every 12 weeks. So I'm going to put here 12 weeks. So that's how you construct your exponential model. If it's percent, you want to change it to a decimal and add it to 1. If they give you a fraction added to, you want to add that to 1. If it gives you factor, you don't need to add 1. Okay, let's do this one. It tells me I initially started with 185, sorry, thousand. Don't put any commas. It's important you just put that number. 185,000 foxes, and I'm losing 1/18. So what I would do is subtract 1/18 from 1. So 1 minus 1 over 18 will be the same thing as 18 over 18 minus 1 over 18, which leaves me with 17 over 18, okay? So in that part, I'm gonna have 185,000, and I want to put 17 over 18, so I'm gonna type in 17, put my slash 18, and I'm trying to raise it, so I'm gonna click down here and click on this part that raises it, and to t over something. So t over, and I'm gonna look here, and it tells me every 2 months. So t over 2. And check. And I'm just gonna do one more, maybe one more, or maybe 2 more, just so you can really get a hang of it. So you always want to start with your initial amount. Here I have 37 friends. My initial 37. Put my parentheses. And here it tells me my factor. So I know, remember factor, you don't have to do anything. That's just what you're going to put there. A factor of 4. And you're going to click this to raise it to t over something. So t, and it's telling me my interval is changing by a factor of 4 every 9.1 weeks. So 9.1. And I'm gonna do this next one for you, and that'll be it. So here I'm starting out with 960 grams of carbon of my element, and it loses 10%. So that's what goes in my parentheses, is 1 minus 10%. So 10% as a decimal is 0.10. So I'm gonna do 1 minus 0.10, which will give me 90, 0.90, okay? And I'm gonna raise that to, click on that, raise that to t over, my interval is every 871 years. So down here on the bottom, I'm put 871. And that's it. And I can click check. I hope this was of some help for constructing exponential models.